how to go from zero to $500,000 a year, step by step. So in this video, you're gonna learn exactly what I did to go from zero to $500,000 a year, step by step. This video is, I have a bunch of stuff I wanna, walk you guys through, the process, things like that, what's holding you back. Just showing you everything you really need. And then I have a couple of case studies, different students, making $293,000, in 2 jobs. Go ahead and, just different people. Isaac, he went ahead and made over $1.3 million in offer letters in 6-7 months. And then, so when I say made, I don't really mean he's making that money. He's able to gather that, generate that offer letter, right? Using the system that I'm going to show you in this video. And then, Cleo, he went ahead and just got multiple back-to-back offer letters. It's actually insane. And so in this video, I'm going to show you the exact steps you need to take. Why listen to me? Honestly, you should always do your due diligence, no matter what anybody tells you on the internet. Don't believe anybody. Don't believe me. I'm just going to show you what I did. Do your own due diligence. But nonetheless, who am I? Okay. My name is Adetayo Ibijamalusi. I am retired. I'm retired at 28, and I was an AWS Cloud Engineer. And so I was working help desk, and first off, I went to college for IT, nursing, got into nursing school, dropped out. In a Nigerian household, dropping out of college is one of the worst things you can do. And it was very stressful. I'm not going to get into the details, but nonetheless, I went back to school, switched my major to IT the next semester. And then I graduated. I graduated. So nonetheless, fast forward, I could not get a job. I had a college degree, could not get a job. I got the A+, Security Plus, AWS CCP, and I was still driving Uber Eats at 2 a.m. in the morning. And so it wasn't until I understood what I'm about to tell you in this video to actually get recruiters to chase you and give you, let me not say give, you put in the work, but for you to attract these 6 figures opportunities. So let me go ahead and show you. So nonetheless, July 21st, 2023 was my first offer letter for $135,000 base salary. There's bonus and benefits, as you can see. I really locked in this role. I learned so much just about cloud engineering. This was a cloud engineer role. And then one of my mentors, he really challenged me. He asked me how much money did I want to make. I told him $250,000. He said you need to double your goal. I thought he was crazy. And I listened to my mentor. I said I wanted to make $500,000. This was around, I believe, January or February, in the beginning of the year of 2024. And so I started to utilize the system that I'm going to show you, right? It's a step-by-step system. In this video, I started to use the system to be able to attract these offer letters. So April 23rd, 2024, notice the date, I got an offer letter for 110. I actually declined this offer. The pay was too low, and then, it just wasn't ideal for me at the time. And then April 25th, so this is 2 days apart from each other, I got another offer letter. The total compensation is $180,000. 150 is the base salary. Bonus and equity was 30K. 180 total compensation. And then May 3rd, this is 8 days later, I was able to get another offer letter for $85,000 a year. $85 hourly salary. That's $176,000. And so at this time, I was able to get above $500,000, and honestly, I really couldn't believe it. It was insane. And I'm doing different contract positions so that I can actually increase my income, right? Legally, you can only do 2 W-2s, you can do as many 1099s and as many C2Cs. And so I made sure I wasn't breaking any conflict of interest, any agreements within your company, obviously. And then for contracts, like I said, you can work as many as long as you deliver the product of what you've been hired for. I was able to get another offer letter. This was like later on, I think 2025 actually. No, sorry, 2024, towards the end of the year. And I actually left this first job. Okay, it's because I left. I was making 135, and I jumped to where is it? No, not this one. This one. To $95 an hour, which was around 198, I believe. 95. Let's see. 197. Right. So I bumped up 60K. Okay, and then I went ahead and left another job to acquire this position right here for 140. So these are all of the offer letters I actually acquired within my career. And all I did was, and so these are just some of the paychecks, as you see, just for you guys to show that I'm not just capping, right? But as you see, these are just some of the paychecks for this job. At this point, I was working 3 opportunities. And these ones I was getting paid 2 weeks. This was my 1099. The 1099, they give you all the money. They don't take any taxes, so you do your own taxes, which is why I'm getting that paid that much, which is insane. But this one was monthly. But as you see, all of this combined together, this was coming into my bank account, and then after tax, like took out tax myself, it was around 25,000 a month. And so, yeah, that's probably why you should watch this video, because I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this for yourself. So, super important. I first needed to learn a high income skill. The high income skill that I chose was AWS Cloud Engineer. It's in demand. Even with AI right now, there is so much jobs being dumped into the market. It's insane. Do your own research. Don't just listen to what I'm saying. Vet everything that I'm saying. And I'm going to show you the high income skill. Okay, all the stuff you need to know. So then I learned the high income skill, and then I invested 95% of my money, 90% of my money. Now, at the time, I was living with my parents, and so I didn't want to just go ahead and buy a new car and buy a house. I wanted to focus on actually securing my financial future, have financial security. So I learned investing. I actually learned how to day trade and invest before I got into cloud engineering, and I wasn't seeing the success there. So I wanted to learn a high income skill first, and then, anyways, so I learned that in a high income skill. I was making 25,000 a month after tax, and I invested like 95% of my income, and I did that for a period of time. I'm not gonna say long, but I did that for a period of time. Then I got to the point where my net worth was at a certain number for me to be able to retire my 9 to 5. My money is making money for me to the point where, it didn't make any sense for me to stay at my jobs anymore, to stay at these contracts. Excuse me. And so, after I did this all within a week, right? I waited. I waited. I cannot stress that enough. You don't want to just get money and spend it. You'll be broke again. But I waited. I bought my dream car, the Porsche Taycan Turbo, 2020. I got my house. This is not my dream house. I got my house. And then, so this is just my story. I was tired back in 2021. I was tired, unfulfilled, sitting in my car wondering if I should just quit. Already failed 3 businesses, talk free business, Amazon, crypto. I was smoking daily, knowing God had his hand on my life, but I still felt lost. The turning point. I started learning cloud skills and working IT remotely. Right? I was working help desk at the time. I got exposed to trading and tax while working for top online entrepreneurs. This is things I was doing on the side. But more importantly, I finally did 2 things. I surrendered my will to God, and I found a mentor who had the results I wanted. Fast forward, bought my dream house. I lead a team and help other cloud engineers break free and do the same thing. And yeah, I'm not slowing down until we impact 10,000 lives by 2027. That is my mission statement. I want to help and serve people. So nonetheless, I pour into others and I teach people the exact thing that I do. And I'm going to show you a bunch of different testimonials, right, from my students. These are just some. I couldn't even get all of it because I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of work to even get all this stuff. And so I just got a few. So that's me. Now let's go ahead and get into, how you can do this for yourself. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what you need. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what you need, okay? But before this, in terms of how to acquire the skill is super important. I'm going to show you. But before we get this, you need to understand the most important thing. You need to understand the market skill concept. This is just a fancy name that I just thought about. So it's not an actual, theory or whatever. But it just means that based off of the skill sets that you possess, the market, it doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about what you think that, you should be paid. The market will always pay you based on what it thinks is valuable. So for example, I think teachers should be paid a lot of money because of the time and energy that they build into our future leaders in society, right? I think they should be paid a lot of money, but the market does not think so. Okay? For example, for AWS Cloud Engineering remote jobs, if I look at this, and if I just go to the market and see what they're paying, right? Literally 224, 184 to 132. So this is cloud security engineer. I'm specifically talking about cloud engineers. It's the difference, by the way. 183 to 224. Let's just look at AWS Cloud Engineer, 175 to 200K. Like AWS Cloud Engineer, 137 to 200K. This is what the market is saying. Hey, if you have these skills, we will pay you, right? And so it will literally tell you what we're looking for, right? AWS Services like VPC, Route 53, Network Firewall, GitHub, different things like this, okay? So nonetheless, let's go back here. Based off of what the market thinks, okay, 170, this is, hey, if you have these skills, we'll pay you this amount. It will, based on the skill sets that you possess, the market will pay you. It will give you in exchange for the skill sets that you possess. Super important, okay, super important. Now that you understand that, this is what you need. This is super, super, super important. I cannot stress this enough. To get this, I will literally, if you do this, I promise you, I can't promise you results, offer letters in 3 months, 4 months. Anybody online saying you'll get an offer letter in 3 months, they're lying to you. No one can guarantee you a result that's not depending on you. The hiring managers decide, hey, we're going to give you this offer letter based off your skills. You can't guarantee a time frame with that. Anyways, so this is what I did, and this is what all of my students did that were successful. These are different offer letters. Okay, it's not even funny. Okay, this is what you need. You need to prioritize this. Okay, I chose cloud engineer because there's a lot of demand, right? It's AI proof. AI lives in cloud, right? It lives on servers, right? Who manages those servers? Cloud engineers. Okay. So I chose cloud engineer as my priority. This is my thing. This is what I'm going to prioritize to learn. I put in the time and energy into it. Okay. I needed to change. I needed to have my identity. Okay. Who I was, it wasn't the person that I wasn't the person to be consistent with studying. I wasn't the person to be able to overcome my fears. This was something new. This is something I had no idea about. And I was scared. I was like, okay, I don't know anything about this. I don't know if this is going to work. In the past, I've given up on a lot of things. I told myself that I need to overcome this fear of the unknown, because if I don't, I'm going to stay broke. And I was broke for a while and I was tired of it. So I wanted to make a change. So I needed to become the person who can overcome fear and to have the identity and the mindset it is going to work or it's going to work. There's no exceptions. And that's what I did. As you see, boom. Okay. So you need to have the identity, the belief. Okay. Understand who you currently are now and who you need to be to have these results. Not just me, these are, for example, Greg, he was able to get 2 offer letters in the same day, right? Landed 2 offer letters today, right? These are the 2 different offer letters, okay? And then 293 base with both, okay? Isaac, 300K salary generated in a month as well. So he did this in a month and 21 days. This is not common. This is literally, and I want to emphasize Greg because he was somebody who did not know how to make more money. He was already making $140,000. Okay, but just to go back to the point, his identity, he was the person to prioritize this. He put time and energy into the program, right? His identity, he was the person that he needed to be to get this skill set. Okay? The last thing you need is you need the system and skills. And that's what I'm going to show you. Okay? Having this formula, if anything is not in here, you will not be able to get this result. I've seen it so many times. I've taught so many students. If you don't prioritize this, but you can't even put in the time and energy, it just won't work. I'm not going to go in depth with this, but it won't work. I've seen it so many times. This is the formula. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what you need. Like what is the skill? Like let's start with Greg. Greg, he came to me stuck at making 140K. Okay? 140K. Income plateau, despite experience. Greg had so much experience, it's not even funny. I saw his resume and I was like, why are you in this program? Like, you don't even need me. But honestly, he did. He didn't know how to actually get the skill set to increase his income, right? Limited growth opportunities, right? He was working harder, not earning more, right? He was seeing other people succeed while staying stuck. He was already in tech as a security engineer, but hit a barrier trying to make more money. That was Greg. This was me. I spent 5 years in college, spent $70,000 in college, and not spent, I was in $70,000 in college debt, expensive certifications. I spent 3-4K in certifications. I failed Security Plus 5 times. It's like what? Anyways, I'm not going to go. I was still driving Uber Eats after graduation with a college degree. They tell you, hey, you need a degree and you need certifications. I was still driving Uber Eats making $10 an hour. That was my goal in terms of trying to hit tips. $10 an hour. I was still living with my parents. No guarantee of results. Most people think they need degrees or certifications. I tried that and I was still stuck driving Uber Eats. Right? Now, typically the average range for cloud engineer, do your own research, right, is $130,000. That's the medium from where I'm located, right? I mean, we work remote positions. We don't do anything on site. But nonetheless, $130,000. What you're missing monthly by not having this skill. You're not making, let me get this out. So per year, right, because this is after tax, $7,600 a month, is $91,000 in annual income loss. Okay? Over 5 years, that's almost $500,000 by waiting, by not having this skill. And this is just $130,000. I'm not even talking about 500. Like, you can multiply this by 3. Is my math correct? Yes, it is. It's like 260, 390. My math is wrong. I'm sorry. But you get the point. It's a lot of money that you're missing out by not having the skill. That's literally meaning if you have this skill set, this money would be in your bank account, and this is just one job. This extra money would be in your bank account in 5 years. Really important to understand that. Now, priority. No, I'm going to make this happen. His mindset, like, this is what I'm going to do. No exceptions. It's going to work or it's going to work. Right? I'm not going to lie. Greg was, before he came to me, so there's a testimonial on my YouTube page, but I can't remember if he said it, but I'm telling you right now, Greg was skeptical. He didn't know me, right? He saw me online, and he, like, this is a guy saying, here's how to make $500,000. You guys are probably thinking that right now, right? Greg, when he first came to me, he was skeptical. Greg actually waited an extra 2 months before joining the program. He was looking at my stuff online, and he saw one of my posts. One of my students got an offer letter scaling his income. He was like, yo, like, I need to know how to make $500,000. And that's when he joined the program. He finished the program in 1 month and 21 days, following Tyle's exact blueprint. By the way, I'm Tyle. So he said, right, there's a coaching call that he did with my students, because I said, hey, show everybody what you did to make the money in that time frame. He said 90% was mindset, and I followed, and everything else, I followed everything Tile told me to do step by step. That's what I'm about to show you right now. So in my program, I have an 8-week system, okay? In my program, I have an 8-week system, and we literally learn everything that you need, okay? Now, you don't have to join my program. I'm just saying this is my specific system, okay? I'm going to tell you the skill sets that's in the system, right? But IT and cloud fundamentals, foundations, excuse me, I can't even talk or read. But week 2 is networking and Linux fundamentals. Week 3 is database. You can read the rest. You can pause the video and read it. Okay. This is literally my program. Week 7, you build real world projects that is in demand in the current market and tech challenges, right? You actually solve real world problems. You figure it out. Projects, I'm showing you step by step. Tech challenges, you're doing it yourself. And then the recruiters, attraction and interview mastery. This is super important. Most people cannot get interviews because they're applying to jobs. That is the worst way of getting a job, of getting a recruiter to reach out. I have a proprietary system that gets recruiters, these are just some of my students, recruiters to reach out to us. So far, I had 3 recruiters reach out to me for potential positions, right? Wrap up a screening interview call with this for a senior cloud engineer role. And then I will potentially have an interview with the hiring manager within the 1 to 2 days. So these are just the different, right? Just different people, right? And so 3 recruiters reach out to Andrew. Look what happened when you just listen to Tyle's advice. $65, $72 offer. It's not an offer. It's just people reaching out, right? Different people. Cleo got 3 interviews within a week. Cleo's insane. I'm not gonna lie. He had 7 interviews within a week.
Yeah, what's good, 1%ers? This is Cleo here. Man, got a busy week this week. So today, gotta go pick up my PIV card to start one of my roles for next Monday, working with a government agency. I got one on Tuesday. Actually, this one, then this one on Tuesday. Got 2 on Thursday and 2 on Friday on this calendar, and then 1 on Friday on this other calendar. So altogether, 7 interviews this week, plus getting my laptop for the 2 roles that I start next Monday. So busy week, staying at it, still interviewing, and let's get it. So 500,000 coming soon.
500,000 coming soon, right? Because that's what I show people how to do. I'm showing you guys too. He said started 2 roles, 2 different engagements, 2 different contracts, and he got 7 interviews. Now, I'm going to talk about Cleo, but nonetheless, it's just to show you, right, how to get recruiters to reach out to you is super important because people cannot even get a recruiter on the phone, right? And then interview mastery. Can you clearly articulate the technical value, the projects and experience that you've learned, right, within your job or within anything, right, your projects? Can you clearly articulate the value? Can you clearly explain how you use Terraform to build out infrastructure, right, for your applications to hosting? Can you clearly explain how you utilize Jenkins to build out a CI/CD pipeline, right, to automatically deploy the application into your infrastructure that you build using Terraform? Can you clearly explain the technical value, this stuff? And that's what I'm going to get into. So that interview mastery is super important. You need to understand the problems that the business have. You need to understand their business problem and technical problem before you even say anything. You need to know what they're looking for. You need to know why they even have the role. And then you're answering the solution to their problem is your experience. Now, that's a whole different training. I'm not going to go into it. But nonetheless, here's the tech stack, right? Now, I'm not going to read everything, but we have AWS as the cloud platform. You can learn one cloud platform. There's AWS, that's what I chose. AWS has the most market shares. Amazon has the most market shares, meaning that there's just more opportunities when it comes to cloud opportunities. So I chose AWS to more jobs. There's Azure, it's owned by Microsoft, and there's Google Cloud Platform, GCP. So you can choose either one. Those are the main three. There's a bunch of different cloud platforms, but you choose one and you learn one. Okay. Computer networking, Linux. Well, I am going to read everything. SQL, right? Database, Python, Terraform, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, Git, GitHub. These are the skill sets that you need to learn. Okay. And these are the skill sets. Like this is just a high level perspective of the stuff that's, in like the detailed stuff, right? Computer hardware, right? For SQL, for week 3, we talk about database, introduction to SQL, understanding databases, database management system, types of databases, setting up MySQL and Linux. Like this is pretty much my program, right? This is the stuff that we teach, right? So week 3, day 1, like I'm
Okay.
You should search it up.
I'm sorry, Paramount is a little, it's just,
Since
so
you started this before.
so literally this is Linux, setting up MySQL on a Linux server. Like that's what this stuff is, and we're building databases. But nonetheless, like these are the skills, these are the things that you need to do. There's a whole let me not cuss, but there's a whole checklist. There's a whole system to be able to gain this skill. Okay, the market will always repay you for the skill set that you have to offer it. That's me right there. Going back to this. Going back to this. Okay, like the market will pay you based off the skill sets that you possess. Okay. For example, strong experience with CI/CD environments. Wait a minute. I think I saw that somewhere. Right? CI/CD. Jenkins is one CI/CD tool that you can use. I'm not going to go in depth and teach this stuff, but you get the point. You learn this skill. You build projects, you build solutions that can solve problems to businesses so that you can actually get these opportunities. If you're able to use the technical experience, the tech stack, the skills to solve problems for businesses, every single one of these jobs, they have a problem. You need to identify it and get on these interviews. First, you need to attract these interviews and then show them, hey, I understand your problem. They literally tell you. I'm not going to explain how to see it right now, but you solve their problem. Anyways, now, right, there's a positioning secret. So this is just for another video, but nonetheless, the main thing I wanted to explain is the skill. Once you're able to get this skill, I'll kind of do this from a high level perspective. You want to be able to position yourself, right? This is a whole nother training, but essentially you need to be able to look very attractive on your resume and on job posting sites to get recruiters to reach out to you. Okay. So, for example, and I kind of already explained this before, but like these are just students. Had a recruiter reach out to me for a role that's paying $215 a year.
Posted my win for the day. Just had a recruiter reach out to me for a role that goes up to 250.
100% remote.
K. Yeah, so I'm gonna get back to him with my resume and let you guys know how it goes.
Right. Another offer might be coming soon. This will put me over at $1 million in total offer letters. Just a few months ago, I was just begging for one job. Right.
Everybody, so yeah, I just got to update that the tentative job offer will be potentially coming soon, and this is going to be from this government job. So, we'll see what happens, and hopefully, they say it's remote and I can take it. If not, I may have to not take it, but getting this would put me at $1 million plus in offer letters, which is fucking insane to think about.
So I want to be super clear, like he's not making $1 million, right? Because he's not accepting every offer, but he's able to. It just means he generated $1 million, and I'm going to show you his offer letters too as well by utilizing the skill set that I just showed you, right? The market will always pay you based on the skill set that you possess. Okay. Now, I just wanted to show you in terms of like being able to attract, right? Just knocked out 2 back-to-back interviews. One was a phone screening. One was a senior infrastructure engineer, paying 200K a year, right? That's what the market is paying for this skill set. I've had 4 interviews this week plus 2 interviews today. This morning, the CTO and DevOps manager called to give a verbal offer letter to start their company, 155. These are just opportunities coming to them, right? Seeing y'all win is motivating. My wins are 4 recruiter talks, 2 interview setups, like just pretty much a bunch of opportunities coming to our students, right? So, but it comes down to having the skill. I cannot stress this enough, right? I have a proprietary system within my company that I teach this stuff. If you are interested in learning more about it to see if you qualify, just click the link in the description below, and we'll see where things go. But nonetheless, to go back into this, it is extremely important to understand that the only reason why Magnus was able to get an offer letter for 135, Tola was able to get an offer letter for $180,000 right there, right? Just got an offer. These last couple of months have been humbling, but every failure was one step closer. Keep going, y'all. Isaac, he was able to get an offer for 129 with a 25K signing bonus. This is actually so crazy. I'm going to see if I can negotiate this in person. Tetevi, he got an offer letter for $55 an hour, working remote. Got my first offer letter. Massive shout out to Tile and this community for the support, guidance, and encouragement throughout this journey. To everyone still pushing, don't stop now. Your offer is coming, just a matter of time. We always like to we're really like a family in here. Like we go as a unit. Like we're 1%ers, right? Hence the 1% University. See what I did there? I'm just kidding. But Desmond for getting an offer letter for $100,000, right? Guys, I just recently received my first offer letter. I want to thank the 1% University for allowing me to for this life-changing opportunity. This is only the beginning. Cleo for getting $70 an hour. Okay, the list goes on. Like it's just different offers, right? For $65 an hour, for $45 an hour, for $140,000. Now this is crazy. So Darnell was already making $150. Well, he was making $150. He got a job offer last year, 2024. He lost his job due to government funding, and 2 weeks later he got another offer letter, right? So Cleo for $140, Woodland for $140. So this is insane because I actually met this guy randomly at a conference. Amazing guy. What's good, family? It's been a while, but I wanted to share my win for some motivation. I met Tile 10 months ago, and I literally didn't even know what the cloud was. To now receiving my first job offer, $140K 2 weeks ago. I know Tile's a humble dude, but he's becoming a GOAT in this game. We have Marquise. I've known this guy since middle school, making $155K with a $15K annual bonus. Stormy didn't even know what a hard drive was. He just knew how to turn on a computer and search stuff up on Google, right? Started 9 months ago with no IT experience and now receiving my first DevOps role at the end of the month. We have a testimonial with Stormy. It's on my page. Literally, you can see what he says. He did not know anything. He was not tech savvy. Like I teach it in a way that anybody can learn this. Miko, she was a nurse, transitioned to making $130K. So you can transition from different careers. Cleo, I think this is a duplicate. No, this was supposed to be for this. Nonetheless, you guys can see the different results, right? 166 for an offer letter. Logan for 155, 10%. This is the 155. There's just a bunch of different, and this is not even everything. This is just a couple of them, right? And so I'm gonna go through 3 testimonials. Isaac collected $1.3 million in offer letters, and it's insane. Like, for example, May 6th, mark the date, May 6th. It is December 22nd, May 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months ago. 2 offer letters on the same day. Okay, $77 an hour, and then $180 a year. Okay, and this was the first offer for $161, and the second offer was for Visa for $240,000. Okay, and so 180 base salary, 15,000 cash for, I think that's bonus, and then equity. Okay, and then right, this is just a community. Tyrone's like, let me hold $1. Right, imagine $5,000 every 2 weeks starting out, barely working, then turn and start working on your business. Right. You're not gonna believe this. So mind you, this was May 6th. May 10th, y'all not gonna believe this, got a part-time offer letter for $200 an hour as a freelancer. He has a part-time gig, making $200 an hour. Now let's see what that is. Right, for a year. That's $416,000 a year, which is unheard of. Now, for context, I'm not going to overhype anything. The reality is, right, this is a contract position. Right, this is where is it? Yeah, a contractor, right? And so it's not full time; it's remote. And Isaac, he was a software engineer at Amazon, so he has software engineer experience, and so he does software engineering and cloud engineering, and so he's able to leverage both skills to be able to get more offers. So this one was for a senior software engineer expert. Okay, so I want to give you some full context of everything. But yeah, that's like he's making a lot of money. Still is. And then got an intent to hire letter. I'm gonna have to turn it down, right? I don't think this actually worked for him. I forgot the reason why. It's a video, but they said he also told me to feel free to reach out to him whenever I need a job. And so there's different opportunities. Isaac got another offer letter. Right, so November 7th, this was last month, right? $72 an hour, W2. He actually got it on the C2C because we want to do contracts, right? And that was for 78. But yeah, so he said we'll be higher on C2C, so he got it. And so literally, I was laughing because this guy, he got the new job and bought a new car. Sorry about that. Kind of loud, right? So, and then he got another offer. Got a short term, I think like a 2-week contract. So it's just 2 weeks, right? So it's not anything too crazy. Though, I just right after they offered paused the contract, so we'll see what happens. So yeah, I don't think he actually. No, I can't remember if he started. I can't remember. But just to show you, he was able to acquire this skill, right? I mean, these opportunities, and then so he got added for his Slack, doing the onboarding for his new job, right? Right, and then woke up to another offer letter. Insane. Woke up to another offer letter, 129. He said, I actually got off the phone with them a little bit ago. They were told me they were authorized to go to 137 base salary. Isaac was able to attract and generate like $1.3 million. It is insane and unheard of. He is my best student. And why was this possible? Because he was able to prioritize this. The most important thing is he prioritized this, and he was the person to overcome fear. When he first joined the program, he had lost his job. He did not have money to invest. He actually found the money to invest. Sorry. I can't, no. He had to like he didn't have money to spend, right? It didn't make sense for him to invest, but he still did it because he knew that this was possible for him. Now, like I said, so before, I want to be very clear. You can learn this on your own. You don't have to join my program. You can join any program out there, to be honest. Make sure it's good. Make sure that they have a system, okay? And make sure that people have gone through it and gotten unbelievable results, right? Because, I mean, it's just step by step, right? You can learn this free on YouTube, right? You just have to figure out how to put everything together. It'll take more time, but it's still possible. And you got to, figure stuff out on your own when you get stuck. But nonetheless, what I'm trying to say is Isaac, he prioritized this. He was the person to become, like, he was the person to overcome fear. He did not know it was going to work out, but he still pulled the trigger. And he knew it was going to work or it was going to work. That was his mindset. He put time and energy into it, and he had my proprietary system and skill, right? To learn this stuff, that what the market needs, right? We're not applying to jobs to get offer letters. We're not applying to jobs for people to reach out to us. It's my own proprietary system that I use to get recruiters to reach out to me and to my students. He got the skill set. He became desirable, so recruiters are reaching out to him, and he knew how to communicate the value on interviews. That is literally how to generate multiple offer letters. Greg he is insane. He's the fastest student. So he joined the program November 27th. It's been 1 month and 21 days since he started for him to get 2 offer letters. That is officially the fastest time anyone's ever received an offer letter, even for me. He beat my time. For me, it was 2 months. And so this is when he joined. What's up, Greg? We're going to get you set up here. Palumi will be your main point of contact in this program, as we discussed. So Palumi, somebody who used to work for us, amazing guy. He was the career coach. So he's like walking with Greg step by step, right? As we discussed, his role is to make sure you go from where you are to obtain the skill set that we teach her in the 1% Cloud Engineer program. We'll guide you on getting your first role and walk you step by step on how to obtain $500K a year. All right. And then a month and 21 days, he got 293,000. Mind you, it is January 16th. That is literally the date. January 28th. This was 12 days later. He got another one for $85 an hour. $85 an hour. That's 176. So 293 plus 176. Let's look at what that is. 293 plus. My camera shut off, but just to continue, 293 plus 176. That's 469. And so that was January 28th, right? People saying congratulations. Then February 1st, 3 days later, he got another offer letter for 165. And so adding 165, that's $634,000. Now, Greg actually got another offer letter. He just didn't post it in the community. But nonetheless, he's gotten way more offer letters after this, but it's because he had the skill set. To be able to acquire this skill set, you need to be the person to overcome fear, to say like, hey, even though I don't know if this is going to work, I had that. I'm not going to let this overcome me, and I stay stuck and struggling. I would have still been driving Uber Eats and not achieving the income goals that I knew that I deserved. So I needed to become the person first, the person to overcome fear, the person to say this is going to work, this is going to work. This is going to work, or this is going to work. I needed to become the person to prioritize this as my number one thing. And then put time and energy into a step-by-step system and to learn the skill to be able to get that $500,000. Greg was able to get 634. Cool. Then, Cleo, right? Cleo officially offer letter officially signed. And the company is sponsoring me for a public trust clearance, 140. Okay, I'm going to skip some stuff because this is just like talking about interviews. So this one had 4 interviews this week, plus another 2 interviews today. The CTO and DevOps manager called me to give me a verbal offer, starting at their company at 155 for the year. Received my official start date for my first offer, 11/17. This is just another interview. This is just 7 interviews he got for the week. He got new onboarding items. This was a gift. Woke up to more feedback. Got $70 an hour. Okay, so even if we just look at $70 an hour, that's 145. 145 plus he got an offer for 140. This is another one. 140 plus, let's see if he got any more. Oh, the same one. So he got some new laptop. he repeat. Yeah, I think that's it for Clio actually. Yeah, I think that's it for Clio. Thought he got another offer, but nonetheless, um, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to point out is there is a specific way to attract these opportunities, amazing opportunities too as well. Oh yeah, so literally, fun fact, just finished a recruiter call that went really well. It's for a startup company where the founder is best friends with Steve Wozniak. If you didn't know, he's the co-founder of Apple, right? Salary is 180, good benefits. So nonetheless, this is just a systematic skill set, right? This is the system that we specifically use to learn the skill set from week 1 to week 6. We learn real world projects. There's 3 projects and 3 tech challenges that we have in the program. Okay. You can do this outside of the program. You can learn this stuff on your own. It'll take longer. It's going to be, you have to figure stuff out on your own. There's nothing wrong with that. But nonetheless, this is just, I'm showing you the system and the skill. And then you have to be able to attract recruiters. You have to be able to get them to reach out to you. You can apply to jobs. This is going to take a lot longer. And that's a job in itself. I would rather have people reach out to me, right? And then you need to be able to clearly articulate the skill set and the projects that solves real world problems in businesses, right? All of these jobs right here, they each have a business problem and a technical problem. You need to identify, there's a lot of them, but you need to identify what is the number one main business problem and the number one main technical problem. And the only thing that you should be saying on the interview is the solution to those 2 problems, which should be what you've gained from the projects and tech challenges. Well, that's what I teach, right? But from whatever that you come up with. Once again, if you're interested in learning to see if you be qualified for this opportunity, link is in the description below. We don't accept just anybody, so that's why I say we'll see if it's a good fit for you. We'll see if you qualify. But nonetheless, this is honestly, just to let you guys know, we're looking for someone that literally is going to prioritize this, put in time and energy, like literally have this. If you're going to prioritize this, if you are the person that overcomes fear, that knows this is going to work, and that's willing to put in the time and energy, we literally just give you the system. So that's what we're looking for to see if you qualify. Just giving you a cheat code, but nonetheless, right? That's how to get the money. The market is always going to pay you based on the skill sets that you possess. The skill sets is this, right? And you need to be able to market yourself in a way that have recruiters reach out to you. Okay, that's what we have over here. 3 recruiters reach out. Like it's just so many testimonials. I couldn't even put everything here, right? And so, just to kind of show you guys, that is really like the formula. This is the formula that I used. Like, it is not complicated. I'm just pulling up this right here so you guys can actually see our community. It's 197 people. Actually, it's more people. We have currently, and this is like family. It's a community, right? We have 256 people. We teach live, right? My teacher Felipe, he's teaching the class right now. But nonetheless, these are just some of the offer letters or interviews, phone screenings. Like there's just a bunch of different stuff. Today interview was for 102, 137. Different stuff that I took from here. Like I didn't take everything, right? It's too much. 2 interviews today, phone screening. It's just a bunch of different stuff, right? We do different challenges too as well. Different rewards, all-inclusive trips. Just a lot of different stuff, right? I try to motivate my students. But nonetheless, as you see, there's just a bunch of different things. People actually building different projects, right? This is in AWS, right? Terraform, right? Talk about the skill set. This is in actually implementing to him to gain the skill set. if he has questions, we go over all of that stuff. Like everything is step by step. But I'm just showing you the amount of like testimonials. I'm literally can't even put everything inside this little video, inside this little board. Right? It's just too much. It's still scrolling down too, right? Like it's like a lot, right? Yeah. And just to kind of show you that this is current. It's December 22nd, 2025. For example, December 17th, Isaac got that new offer. And then that same day, I said, what the heck, another offer? That same day, Tetevi got his first offer letter. Okay. 2 days later, Omotola got an offer letter. This is the one that I posted, that I showed you guys in the board. Just to show you, this is what I posted. Showed you guys somewhere around here. Right here. Right. So this is recent. Just showing you guys that this stuff is, kind of like current. Like this is not old. People are getting offers now, not 5 years ago, using the system now. So Omotola got an offer letter for 180, base salary, not even bonus or equity or benefits. And then the same day, Magnus, he got another offer letter his first offer letter for 135. So it's just to show you, like, this stuff is very current. Like, this is like, I'm literally just, all I did was I figured this stuff out. I put this stuff together, and now I'm literally just sharing it. And then I'm putting time and energy into my students, pouring it into my students to be able to achieve the same success that I was able to achieve. And so it's not rocket science. It's just someone showing you, and it's like not hard. I lied. It is difficult because most people are not consistent. Most people will let fear overcome them. Most people will not prioritize this. Most people will not put time and energy into the system. Most people, they don't have this. This is the formula. This is the formula to get this. I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but I just want you guys to understand, like, this is all you need, right? This is all you need to get these results. It's just like, I've seen it over and over again. So that's pretty much it. If you're interested to see if like the program is right for you, just go ahead and book a call in the description below. I know this was a long video, but I really wanted you guys to like really see everything. Go ahead and book a call below, and see if you'll be a good fit. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out on Instagram. My Instagram is Tayo Lucy. I'll put the description down below. You can DM me 1% to kind of get the conversation going. And then also you can literally see different testimonials, right? So like all of my, like Greg, different people, like you can just see a bunch of things that I'm doing, different results. Just take a look at the stuff. You guys can just do your, like I said, do your own research, do your own due diligence. Don't believe anybody, what they're saying online, like actually research for yourself, right? So hopefully this helps, and I'll see you in the next video.